It's 11:58 p.m. The deadline is midnight. Your heart is racing, and your palms are sweaty as you frantically type the last few sentences of a project you've known about for weeks. You promised yourself never again last time. So why are you here again? What if I told you that procrastination isn't about laziness at all? And what if the real reason you put things off is something no one else has ever explained to you before? Today, I'm going to reveal the hidden psychological triggers that cause even the most intelligent people to procrastinate, and the counterintuitive techniques that can break this cycle forever. Stay with me, because the third technique completely changed my entire life. And it only takes 27 seconds to implement. Part 1. The surprising truth about procrastination. Meet Leo. Last year, Leo gave a presentation that could have led to a promotion. He had 3 weeks to prepare, but something strange happened every time he sat down to work on it. He suddenly remembered urgent emails to check, found his desk needed organizing, or decided his plant collection desperately needed watering. The night before, Leo finally started working in a panic. The presentation was mediocre, and the promotion went to someone else. Here's what most people don't understand. Procrastination isn't about time management. It's about emotion management. Research from Dr. Timothy Petchel at Carleton University revealed something shocking. Procrastination is how we cope with negative emotions associated with tasks. Feelings like boredom, anxiety, self-doubt, frustration, or resentment. When you put off a task, you're not avoiding the task itself. You're avoiding the uncomfortable feelings the task triggers in you. Let me repeat that. Procrastination is about avoiding how a task makes you feel, not avoiding the actual work. This revelation changes everything. Because once you understand that procrastination is an emotional response, not a character flaw, you can start addressing the real problem. Part 2. Your brain's hidden procrastination triggers. Consider this startling experiment conducted at Stanford University. Researchers asked 2 groups to complete the same task. But they told the first group the task was important analytical work, while they told the second group it was a fun puzzle. Same exact task, different framing. The result: the analytical work group procrastinated significantly more than the fun puzzle group. Your brain has 6 primary hidden triggers that activate procrastination. 1. The perfection trigger. When you subconsciously believe you can't do something perfectly, your brain protects you by avoiding it altogether. Remember Emily from our study? She was a brilliant writer who never finished her novel because each paragraph had to be perfect. We helped her overcome this by introducing what psychologists call the ugly first draft technique, giving herself permission to write terribly at first. Within 6 months, her manuscript was complete. 2. The overwhelm trigger. When a task feels too big or complex, your brain gets flooded with stress hormones, and the primitive part of your brain, the amygdala, literally shuts down your prefrontal cortex, the planning center. 3. The fear of failure trigger. Your brain is wired to avoid situations where you might fail, because historically, failure could mean social rejection, which our ancient brain processes as a survival threat. 4. The reward delay trigger. Your brain strongly prefers immediate rewards over future benefits. This is why scrolling social media, immediate dopamine hit, often wins over working on a long-term project. 5. The clarity trigger. When you're not 100% clear on exactly what to do or how to start, your brain chooses to conserve energy by procrastinating. And finally, the meaning trigger. When your brain doesn't connect a task to a deeply meaningful outcome, motivation plummets. That's why understanding which triggers affect you most is the first step to rewiring your response. Part 3. The 3-step system to overcome procrastination. Let me show you the system that's helped thousands break free from procrastination, including a surgeon who was putting off critical research, and a student who transformed from academic probation to honors in 1 semester. Action step number 1, the 10-minute micro-commitment. Remember James, who couldn't start his business plan for 3 years? We discovered his overwhelming trigger was paralyzing him. The solution wasn't more discipline. It was making the starting point absurdly small. Here's what to do. Choose the smallest possible segment of your task that could be completed in 10 minutes or less. Don't focus on completing the entire project. Just commit to that tiny first step. The science here is fascinating. Once you start a task, your brain experiences what psychologists call the Zeigarnik effect, an uncomfortable tension that's only relieved by completing what you started. Step 2. the emotion task decoupling technique. Remember when I said procrastination is about avoiding negative emotions? This technique directly addresses that. When you feel the urge to procrastinate, pause and ask, what emotion am I trying to avoid right now? Are you bored, anxious, confused, or resentful? Once identified, say this specific phrase, I notice I'm feeling emotion, and I can feel this emotion while taking action anyway. This psychological technique, based on acceptance and commitment therapy, breaks the automatic link between feeling an uncomfortable emotion and avoiding the task. Step 3. The 27-second motivation reset. This technique sounds deceptively simple, but has profound effects on your brain chemistry. When procrastination strikes, stand up and change your physiology dramatically for just 27 seconds. And certainly not necessarily like these gentlemen here. You might do jump squats, power poses with your arms raised, or even dance intensely. While doing this, loudly affirm, I take immediate action regardless of how I feel. Studies in embodied cognition show that physically acting in decisive, energetic ways creates a corresponding psychological state. This short pattern interrupt literally changes your brain chemistry, flooding it with endorphins and norepinephrine that counter procrastination's pull. After just 27 seconds, return to your task immediately. No checking phones or other distractions, and you'll find the resistance significantly reduced. Conclusion. Imagine waking up tomorrow and approaching your tasks with calm confidence instead of avoidance. Imagine completing projects days before deadlines, without the stress and last-minute panic. This isn't just about productivity. It's about reclaiming your peace of mind and self-trust. The psychology of procrastination reveals that you're not lazy or undisciplined. You've simply been caught in an emotional pattern that you now have the tools to change. I've seen these techniques transform lives, from students who went from failing to honors, to entrepreneurs who finally launched the businesses they'd been dreaming about for years. Which technique will you try first? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notifications bell for more hidden psychology tips that will transform your daily life. Next week, I'll reveal the counterintuitive truth about motivation that most experts get completely wrong. Until then, remember that understanding your mind's hidden patterns is the first step to changing them. Thanks for watching, and always remember, you can make it happen, and you can do it now. See you in the next video.